Rahubat, Rahubat. Welcome to the Horus Hour. Today we have a very special guest, the Empress Kaylan, world traveler. So, world traveler, Empress Kaylan, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kaylan. I travel the world. um, I I've been all over. I've been to probably about maybe 9 countries by now, maybe 9 or 10 countries by now. I'm only 31. I just turned 31, so I still have a long way to go. But traveling is one of my favorite things to do. I'm the type of person that just gets up and goes. I travel with my best friends, same two friends I travel with all the time, and we just every year, sometimes twice a year, choose a place and we just go there and explore. And um, the more I travel, the more I grow to love it. So now we're already trying to plan our next trip somewhere. I just go.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So, 9 countries, and you're
Yeah,
only
I think so.
31?
Yeah, yeah.
That is beautiful. Okay, because by the time I was 31, the only place I had ever traveled to was Las Vegas.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
So that is beautiful. So what are the 9 countries that you traveled to?
Let's see. Mexico. I'm trying to go in order. Mexico,
Okay.
Bahamas, Jamaica, Canada, Costa Rica, Ghana, Bali, Japan. I'm missing something. Oh, Dominican Republic.
Wow, man, that is so cool.
Yeah.
That is, man, going to Japan. I mean, you got to tell me about that.
Oh yeah, of course. Just got back. I got back this past Monday, so still trying to adjust myself to the time because it's a 16-hour time difference. But Japan, gosh, I don't even know where to start because I was always wondering like what I feel like everybody that goes to Japan becomes like obsessed. Like they're like, oh my god, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. And I loved it so much. And so now that I've been, I could say the same thing. We're already trying to go back, maybe within the next, I don't know, 6 months or so. But Japan is amazing. Um, I loved everything about it. The people are so sweet. The food is great. Great sushi, ramen. They even have some good steakhouses out there. Um, gosh, the cleanliness. I like being able to walk around and not have to worry about stepping on anything. Like their downtown compared to like downtown LA, huge difference.
Night and day, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't
Okay.
mention where I was from. I'm from Inglewood, Los Angeles, so that's where I live still. So our downtown compared to Japan's downtown, man. Japan, it's no, you can't litter. You get fined for littering. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't
Okay.
remember how much you get fined, but it's a fine. They take it very seriously. So they don't have a lot of trash cans out there. So let's say if you have some trash, maybe you went somewhere and got some from 7-Eleven. You got, a few little wrappers. You have to keep your trash on you until you find a trash can. And that could take hours sometimes. You can walk around for hours and not find a trash can.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it's very, very clean, clean city, clean eating too. I mean, or even if you they have so many food places, but the thing about them is they walk everywhere. It's like you can't be out there and not exercise. You walk everywhere.
Okay. You know what? Speaking of exercising, I bet you they don't have the obesity problem
Mm-mm.
like we have in America,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they don't use all the chemicals that we accept in our foods here in America. A lot of these GMOs and stuff are banned over there.
it
They
is.
yeah. So Yeah, so you're saying that the food tastes much better.
It
That could be
does. Cause I
that
I
could
love
be
I
the
love
reason
Asian
why.
food, right? I love Asian food. But now that I've tried like real Asian food, like out there,
Mm,
it's way different. It just tastes more fresh to me. And yeah, I could tell that it's just cooked differently. Like out here when I eat like Asian food, like Chinese food or whatever, like it's just not, it tastes just not fresh. Like it tastes stale almost, you know. It's just doesn't taste the same. Out there,
mm,
like they actually stand there and cook their food, you know. Even like at the I went to a standing sushi bar, right? So it's a lot of places in Japan are very tiny, like a lot of restaurants, like you can only seat like 5 people at a time, right? So
mm.
we went to a standing sushi bar, so you wait in line and there's a man right there making the sushi in front of you. And like when it's your turn, you go inside, you stand there, you know, you ask for what you want. They have a little menu and you know, you point to what you want and then he is actually standing right there making it for you, you know. So you could tell like they really the way they make their food, you know, it's more like natural. Like you can tell it's not all those chemicals in there, like in America. So
And they probably make it with care too,
yes,
because
they make it
they're
with
too.
care.
Yeah, they enjoy what they're doing. Like if someone is a chef, they enjoy doing what they do. They enjoy waking up in the
Right.
morning and coming and hey, I'm proud to be this chef. I'm proud
You
to be
brought up
this
a great
cook.
point. You brought up a great point because, like, how I was saying, like, the people out there are so sweet. Like, just the way they greet you, and then when you leave, the way that you know they're, you know, arigato, that's thank you. Like they bow, you know, thank you so much for coming. Like you could tell they're really appreciative of having people like come to their spots or that they seem happy, you know. I don't know if they
Hmm.
it's a front that they're putting on or what, but I feel like they
Yeah.
actually do mean it because I mean even out here, you know, when you're at work, even if you don't like your job, like the depending on the kind of job you do, you have you know you got to fake it till you make it, right? But out there, they
Hmm.
seem like they really enjoy what they do, especially the cooks. Like they seem like I'm here to cook and like I'm a do it, you know?
Yeah, it's a whole different mindset.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, it's a whole different mindset. They they teach different too. Their school system teaches a whole lot different from our school system out in America. Uh, our school system just teach you to follow orders and be a very good employee,
right.
you know. But their school system, it actually teaches them how to use uh, their own thinking and capabilities, and teaches them how to, if they were good at a certain thing, then teach them that certain skill. Like if that
Hmm.
person was good at building something, so they'll give that person and teach that person skills to be a builder. That person want to do construction, and that's how they teach them that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
And it's a lot better than just learning to follow orders. It's
Right.
like, yeah, I'm gonna get out and I'm just gonna go get a job like that.
Right.
Instead of I get out, I'm going to create something.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a whole different mindset. So we got a whole bunch of followers and obedient, slaves in America,
Hmm.
people that can't think for themselves. And hey, if you can't think for yourself, you're going to be lost, you know, blind and
Exactly.
follow the sheep,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they'd be so blind. I watched, I seen this episode of Good Times. Have you ever seen that? Good Times?
Yeah, I've seen Good Times. I don't know like all the episodes, but I've seen a few of them.
That
So
old, yeah, it's an old TV show in the
yeah, yeah,
70s.
yeah.
Okay, so I was watching that, and it was an episode of when they had this picture of the white Jesus hanging on the
Okay, I seen
wall.
that one. Uh huh.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's
Yeah.
hilarious because when they hung up the black Jesus on the wall, they started getting all this good luck, right?
Yeah,
And,
because
and,
he,
and,
he
and
then somebody wins some money or something. Somebody won some money from him.
Michael got
Yeah,
$5.
yeah.
Okay, I remember that. Michael was like, "I just got me $5." Okay, and he was all happy and stuff. So they was having all this good luck. Okay, even the husband, he won all this money shooting pool and everything, right?
Mhm.
Now, even though they having all this good luck with the black Jesus on the wall, Florida still want to take the black Jesus down and hang the white Jesus up on the wall and said, "This is the only Jesus I know."
Yeah,
It's like, wait a minute. You're going to take the black Jesus down when he's bringing you all the good luck. Ain't the show called Good Times?
right.
The black Jesus was bringing you some good times. And then all of a sudden, you don't even care about the good times. Okay? You want some more bad times. So you don't hang up the white Jesus and say, "Oh, just put the white Jesus back up there. Because it's the only one I know." Do you know how crazy that is?
That
She
was
don't even realize how crazy that is.
right.
Let me take the good luck off the wall and put up the bad luck. That is some real serious brainwashing. You cannot. That's some real. So she's just sitting down. She's one of the people that's going to be waiting for Jesus to come. Okay.
Yeah,
Actually, she doesn't wait. She ain't even with us no more.
right. Yeah.
She was waiting for a long time. Now she ain't even with us no more. Jesus
Mm-hmm.
never showed up for her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People gonna still be doing that. Okay. Don't know they talking about Christ consciousness and that God spirit, that consciousness lives within you.
Right.
Okay. You the Christ you looking for. You looking outside. You the
Mm-hmm.
Christ you looking for.
Mm-hmm. Better
That's why you
realize
can't find. That's why you can't
it.
find it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find yourself like that. You gotta close your eyes and get into some darkness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Takes a while though. Takes a minute. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the people out there, they think different. They're a lot more friendly. I bet you they don't be having no drive-bys out there.
Oh no, it's very safe. It's very safe. I was like, even like before I came, and I would watch like a lot of videos on Japan, and they're like, safety's not really something they have to worry about. Like the crime is so low. Even like the police out there, like we were looking at, just driving around and just looking at the police officers. They don't even seem like they're like, like our police officers in America. Like they just always seem like on edge, right? But out there, they just be chilling. Like they just walk around, smile on their faces, you know. They you can tell they don't have to like worry about fighting crime like that.
Hmm.
Like if anything, they're controlling traffic, they do stuff like that, but it you can tell that they don't have like a really tough job, like as far as crime.
Okay. Yeah. So you probably don't have to worry about getting pulled over by the police and
No,
start shaking because you're a black man and you see them lights coming and now all of a sudden you're nervous. It's like, oh brother, here we
right.
go. It's like
Yeah, nah, you don't have
it's like
to.
you already be like, here we go.
Right.
You know,
Not
you're
this
like,
again. Yeah, but no, out there is um I think like the most I've heard is there's certain areas that I'd say tourists should avoid. Like there's one area that it's like a little alleyway, and they have a lot of alleyways with like a bunch of like tiny shops or like bars and stuff like that. And
mm-hmm.
well, we didn't go to the area they were talking about, so good. But
Okay.
there's like a group of men there that will try to like lure you in. Like they'll say, "Oh, hey, free shots or buy one get one free, whatever." And you
Mm.
go in, the bartender will drug you, and then they'll rob you. So
Oh wow.
there's a little of that goes on, but even then, they're not like gonna like kidnap you. Like it's one of those things where you already like, if you have common sense, you should kind of know like not to like go in there.
Yeah, and now you know what? That's another thing that's good that you travel with your friends too, so you
Yeah,
guys can watch out for each other.
absolutely. I've done
Because
solo trips too. Although I've never traveled. Well, I've been to when I went to Canada, that was solo.
okay,
Um, I've done Canada solo, Seattle, and then Joshua Tree. So mostly kind of sort of local. But um, I'd be open to traveling solo, like out the country. But if I travel solo out the country, I'd rather go somewhere I've already been. So like, I wouldn't mind doing Japan solo because I feel like that's a very like safe place to travel solo, and I think a lot of people go there solo.
hmm
I've met a girl. We were at a car show. We were at a car meet out there, and she, she just asked me to take her pictures and stuff, and then she was saying that she was out there solo. So it there are a lot of solo travelers in places like Japan where you feel the safest. So,
mm, mm,
but
okay,
I do for the majority of the time I travel with my friends, and we always keep each other updated. We don't wander off. So
okay, yeah,
yeah,
because you got to be aware of your surroundings, especially these days. Okay, they have been having a lot of kidnappings going on, so
yeah,
you got to be aware of your surroundings and stuff. you know. So, but yeah, going with somebody is good because then it's like yeah, we're watching out, being aware of our surroundings. You know,
yeah,
still got to be safe out there.
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's good. So the people are a lot different out there. It's a whole different mindset. You
Yeah.
know, um, when I used to drive, I'm driving all over the states.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm hitting all 50 states. So I'm hitting all these different loading docks. And I noticed that all the ones over here, and you can always spot the racism. There's a lot of racism
Mm-hmm.
in probably every profession. It's be ridiculous. Okay, so the one place I went to go pick up the load, okay, they called themselves being racist there, okay. So I let it play against them, okay. So it's like they think they messing with me or they bothering me, telling me they're not gonna unload my truck when I got here on time. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and they didn't unload my truck. They were supposed to unload my truck, okay, but I'm the only black person there. They taking all these other trucks that came after me. It's like, wait a minute, you guys, I'm here on time. You guys supposed to be taking my truck, unloading this truck. Then when I came onto the dock, they was like, so I'm on the American side. So when I come onto the dock, they was like, oh, you can't be on the dock and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, hey, I'm supposed to count the load. I was like, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna wait because I know they get off work at 5 o'clock, right? So I was like, cool. I want to get some sleep anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
I went in my truck. I just started sleeping, and I set my alarm to wake up right before they finna get off work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I called the dispatch. Okay, then I called dispatch. I was like, "Hey, dispatch, I got here on this low, and they can look on my to see what time I got there." So they checked to see what time I got there. They say I got there at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and they haven't unloaded my truck.
Mm-hmm.
These idiots didn't realize they had to pay. It was hundreds of dollars for every hour that they had me sitting on that dock waiting. They
Oh
had to
wow.
pay, they was paying me big
Ooh.
time. It's like, nigga, you guys are so stupid. You guys don't even know y'all paying me $250 to come back here and go to sleep. So for all them hours y'all thought y'all was messing me over, you dummies had to pay because it's in the contract
Well, I know they
that
was mad. Woo.
oh man. Okay, so I looked out the window, right? Because they thought they was finna go home. You should have seen all these dudes on the dock running. They running back and forth. They running, 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 and they all trying to load my truck now. I'm like, yeah, look at them. It's already. I still get paid. Okay, I got paid big bucks that time to sleep.
Wow.
Okay, so now I take it over to the Canada side, And when I get over to Canada, this dude was so nice. Because when I stopped on the dock, he was like, why are you stopping there? I said, don't the drivers have? He's like, man, come on back here. And he invite me to the office and he starts showing me how they run the business.
Wow.
Gave me all this free chocolate. It's like, oh man, we
Ooh.
make the chocolate like this and boom, boom, boom. You can take the chocolate to your family. Oh man, so cool. I'm like, wow. So when you just Americans just think totally different. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna
Were
say
you
it's
in, were you in Vancouver?
I believe so. I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I
Okay.
went in.
So
Yeah, super nice. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
And I went there solo. Didn't know nobody out there, but I didn't feel any danger. Like everybody was super. And I didn't talk to a lot of people. I mostly stayed to myself. But like, I even met like friends out there, and I'm still cool with them on Instagram. But like, everybody was just super welcoming. Like you said, unlike here.
Yeah. Yeah. It just all depends on where you go. Different places, different
Hmm.
people. Like LA is different from the South, like in Houston.
Right.
Okay. When I went to go see my cousins, when I was traveling, I went to go visit my cousin in Houston, and I hadn't been out there and seen him in years. So when I went to, they was shooting pool at this bar. So I was just like kind of waiting outside. It's like, I don't know nobody here. I don't know how these dudes gonna act. I haven't, but man, they was just so nice. Hey cousin, and blah blah blah, and hey,
Yeah,
this
they're
is how
friendly.
we. Yeah, they was like real friendly. They wasn't like out in L.A. If you do that junk, they'd be like, who that dude over there? What set
Hmm.
you from?
Yeah.
What is that nigga mad dogging me? They'd be like that.
Hmm.
So it was like, nah, and out there it was totally different. Just it's like, wow. It's like, nah, they were just like real welcoming. Hey, this is how we do things here, and showed me how they did the pool, and it was just like real nice. It was like real cool. Just people with whole different mentalities. So city people are a lot different from people that live out in the country.
Right.
It's a whole different. The people that live out in the country are more. They're friendlier and they are more
Like
uh,
hospitable. Like.
hospitable and uh, they're more
Like down to earth.
help you down to earth, and they'll help you do things like
Yeah.
my grandmother got sick one time. This was when I was a little kid. My grandmother got sick. I wake up in the morning, somebody else was there cooking breakfast for us, for the kids, and they were out picking the cucumbers, because we used to pick the cucumbers every weekend, every Saturday.
Hmm.
So I'm like, but it was other kids out there picking the cucumbers and stuff. And I was like, hey, grandma, what's going on? He's like, oh, my grandma was like, oh, I wasn't feeling good. So one of the neighbors just came and said she'll help out, and just did everything. Her kids came in to help pick the cucumbers, and she came to help my grandmother, cook dinner and stuff. I was like, wow, just like unity, family unity. It's like,
Yeah.
it just didn't miss a beat. It's like, oh, grandma's not feeling well. They know it's important for us to pick those. We had to get those cucumbers up, and they just came and helped out.
Right. It wasn't like a struggle. It was just like, okay, like this is what we do. Like.
Yeah, yeah, like that. It's like,
Hmm.
hey, it's no problem. This is what we do. That's
Hmm.
how it is. That's how it is out here. It's not like that in the city, okay? Especially in Los Angeles. It's like, I got mine, okay? It's a more selfish.
Yeah.
I got mine. You get yours the best way you can. And no, I ain't gonna help you. I'll try to stop you, but I ain't finna help you.
Right.
It's more like that, and you know, so you gotta, you know, live your life the best way you can,
Absolutely.
and don't worry about everybody else.
I'm very good at
Okay.
that. I guess I got a little LA mentality, but no, I mean, I don't know. I just I don't know. I just do what I want to do. It's just kind of like um if especially when it comes to like traveling and stuff, I just choose a place and go. Whoever wants to go can. If not, okay, fine. Or even if I'm not traveling, if I'm just like if I'm at home or in the city, um I just whatever aligns with me. Hang around like-minded people. Cause even like, people say, oh, LA people are fake or phony or we're fake, we're phony. And honestly, I mean, you can like certain people in LA are, but it's like LA's really big. LA's huge.
Mm,
So it's like certain parts, I feel like we cool. And now it's a lot of transplants that come over here and act like they from here and they not. Those be the
mm,
ones that act the most like bougie because they feel like they have something to prove.
mm,
I feel like the ones who were like born and raised here and have been here for a while, I feel like we be laid back, or at least I am laid back. And then with that, I attract more laid back people like myself. So it's like, you know, um, my experience here. I mean, I've met people that are kind of like, I don't know, standoffish or like they have that attitude, like they think they're better than everybody or whatever. But it's like, I don't know, I don't let that dictate my experience either, you know.
mm,
Like you said, I just kind of live my life how I want, surround myself with who I want to surround myself with, and that's all you could really do.
right. Yeah, you have to protect your own energy, your
Mhm.
own mental health. Okay.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
am not about to be worrying about somebody else stuff.
Mhm.
I got my own stuff I got to take care of.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know, so a lot of people need this. A lot of people are in pain. Okay. A lot of people are hurting, and that's what they going to give you. Okay. If they hurting on the inside, they in pain, that's all they have to give you. Okay. Whatever's in their heart. If they got love in their heart, then that's what they have to give.
Right.
Okay. If they have a lot of pain and stuff in their heart, then that's what they're going to have to give. So
Right.
you have to be, you know, careful who
Mhm.
you associate with. Get some energy vampires.
Mhm.
You have to kind of stay away.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to
So
notice the red flags too.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. When you see those red flags, then you got to, you can't be around somebody. They giving you some red flags. Boom. Not around me.
Right.
You can take that. You can take that bad negative energy somewhere else.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I only accept the positive, loving energy. Something that's true. Something that's real.
Exactly.
Okay. So yeah. So yeah, that is beautiful, man. 9 different countries.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
And
which one did
counting.
you like? Okay. And which one would you say you like the best?
That is such a hard question. I've been asked this so many times and I can never really just choose one. Well, I could choose top three because I have different reasons why I like each country. But well now Japan they made my top.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'll say my top three, I would say, oh man. Okay. Japan, Bali, and Ghana
Okay.
with the honorary mention of Jamaica. But I love
Okay.
them. I had different experiences with all of them, right? So with Japan, my most recent experience, I loved how there even though like we did a lot of like city stuff, like we did a lot of like it's an area called Shibuya where it's like their Times Square basically. So it's like a bunch of, city, bunch of lights, it's busy. But it's a different kind of busy. Even though it's so many people and it's so crowded, it was still very quiet. And like the things that they had to do out there, like like just the whole, it's just such a unique country, and like very cultured too. Like you like when I was out there, I felt like, okay, I'm away, like I'm not at home, right? Even if parts kind of looked like, okay, it's busy like America or whatever, it's busy, but it's still like that calming, I don't know, feeling. But with Japan, I love their culture, food for sure, and then just sightseeing. I love sightseeing. So like we were in Tokyo specifically, like that's where our hotel was, but we got to visit like Mount Fuji, which is like away. I think Mount Fuji's might be like maybe a couple hours out, maybe like an hour or two out of Tokyo. So we got to visit that and just like surrounding lakes. I can't pronounce any of those right now, but I think it was one called like Lake Akinoko or something like that. I might be wrong, but got to visit. I like how you have the busy parts, but then you can like kind of get away and escape and like see something different too. And with
Okay.
Japan, I didn't get like, we mostly just ate and shopped and went sightseeing. A lot of vacations, we go out, we party and everything. Japan, we were more like there for like, we did like excursions. So we did a car meet because Japanese car culture is huge.
Oh,
So
okay.
we went to a car show, kind of like a Tokyo Drift kind of thing. So
Okay.
they weren't like racing how I thought they would, but there was a lot of cars lined up, and we got to just go around and look at them, which was super super cool. And even I work at a trade school, and they work on cars, so I feel like I like had to go just because of that, and love that experience. We also got to, well, like I was telling you, we got to see Mount Fuji and got to visit like surrounding lakes, got to go on boat rides. We got to go to like Japanese markets, like they had a lot of outdoor markets. So we got to go through and try different fruits and foods, and um we got to do Disneyland too. Disneyland was cool.
What?
Yeah, they have a Disneyland, Tokyo Disneyland. Yeah.
What?
So
Oh, that's
we got to go out
hilarious.
there, and the Disneyland was very similar to ours. There was a couple rides that were different, like a couple of different attractions, but it was very similar to our Disneyland. I feel like our Disneyland was bigger because it's like more to do. But
Uh-huh.
they have, it's like out in California they have Disneyland and Disneyland and California Adventure.
Okay.
But out there they have Disneyland and Disney Sea, which is pretty much their version of like California Adventure, but like they have another park too. But um with their Disney Sea, it's like a lake, or like a big body of water, and they have different kind of rides. You could do a boat ride, they had like a Venice, Italy type of like boat ride, and it had like a bunch of like buildings and stuff you can like kind of cruise through. So that was very different, beautiful. Um and I like their rides better. Like they had more things to do. Disneyland was literally just like ours, besides a few things. Like they had a Beauty and the Beast excursion that was phenomenal because it looks
What?
live,
Uh-huh.
but it's it's not. Like we were trying to figure out how does this work, and we were in these spinning teacups, and
Ooh.
they recreated like the dinner scene, like be our guest, and then like the part where he turns, like the beast turns human, and like they were in the ballroom dancing, like they recreated that whole part, but it looked like they looked real, like you wanted to lean over and touch them but you couldn't. It was very very creative. That was my favorite thing of Disneyland. But
Wow.
yeah.
Was it like real expensive like the one out here? Like the one in
No,
California?
no, Japan is
Oh.
a lot cheaper compared to the US. So
Oh, okay.
I'm not too much of a Disneyland person. We went because it was my friend's birthday that day, so she chose Disneyland. But I don't even know how much it costs out here, but out there we paid $100 for both parks,
Oh,
like
wow.
combined.
Okay. The
It was like
last
one park was 60 and the other park was 40. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's man. Look,
It
last
was
time I
steep.
went, I took Anaya and Mariah. Mariah was 3 because I took her for her birthday.
Mhm.
Okay, and it was like for a 3-year old, it was like 100 and something bucks. I think it was like $120 just for her. I was
Yes.
like, what? I
Yeah.
mean, just for one person, a 3-year old, $120, and she ain't gonna get on none of the rides, which she didn't, and she didn't get. Okay, didn't even want. Scared of all the animals, scared of Pluto,
Aw.
scared of Mickey.
Yeah.
She goes ah,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking. Then I start thinking about it. She's only 3, and she's looking at a 5-foot mouse.
Yeah.
Just think about it. If you see a 5-foot mouse, you'd be scared too.
Probably. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But
that's how she's looking at it. She's looking at it totally different from how we would look at it.
right.
She's looking at a 5-foot rat. She's scared. And it's like, oh man, this place is just too expensive. And then paid all that money, and she didn't even like any of that stuff. She said her favorite part was all the stuff we did at home.
Mm.
And I was like, well, what do we come here for? She's like, I didn't want to come here. You want to
Oh
come
my
here.
goodness. We think we know what they want and
Yeah. So,
yeah.
oh man.
But no, that was a
Uh,
cool experience, and like I said, just the overall culture and even like their anime culture. Like I'm not even an anime person, but going out there made me want to get into it. It's just so unique. I just love being out there, the energy, everybody's super friendly.
mm.
Um, but oh, are you able can you hear me?
Yeah, it said your recording stopped because of an incoming call.
Oh yeah, I be getting a lot of spam calls, so sorry about that. I
Oh,
just
okay.
yeah.
It probably started back.
Okay.
Okay, don't worry about it. It
But
probably started back.
yeah, so Japan and then Bali I loved more for just like um the scenery and just feeling like it was really peaceful. We stayed in central Bali, so Ubud is where we stayed. And we were like literally in the middle of nowhere. Like it the typical resort is like, okay, you have all inclusive drinks, you're on a beach, and you're just like partying the whole day. But the place we stayed in Bali was very authentic. Like you can tell that it was probably owned by like a real like Balinese family. And
Mm,
it was amazing. Like it was like we stayed in the
mm.
jungle basically. Like we were out in the middle of the
Well,
rice fields. We had outdoor tubs and showers.
oh, wow.
Yeah. No, we really got to
Okay.
yeah, we got like a real experience. Like, yeah, outdoor tubs
Oh,
and showers, and
oh,
toilets too. Um,
okay.
we because it was me and my best friend that went, and it was supposed to be more of us that went, but you know how that goes. It starts with six people, then five, then four, then three, then two. But so we basically had our own villas. Like I had my own
Okay.
villa, she had her own
Oh,
villa, but we still were like right next to each other, and we shared a pool. So it's like you step
mhm.
out, and there's a pool, and then we're like kind of not in the mountains, but we're like kind of higher up, and then you just see a bunch of rice fields, just green, bunch of greenery. You don't hear anything but birds
Wow.
chirping. There's no loud music playing. Like if they do have music playing, it's like very soft, like Balinese music. But other than that, it's very quiet. Like you really feel like you're
Okay.
escaping, like just life by
Oh,
going there.
okay. All right.
Then the same with their food too. Like they eat very healthy out there, so I
Okay.
love their food too. And I feel like Bali, we got pretty much every kind of experience. Like we did like an elephant excursion, so we got to like wash and feed the elephants.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
we got to
Cool.
do that. We got to do river rafting. Um,
Okay.
we got to do. I'm not sure if you've seen pictures of like girls with like huge dresses and they go on this swing. It's a Bali swing. But you're like, in the
Mm,
rice field. It's like it's a photo shoot basically. So you wear this
okay.
huge like dress and then you go on the swing and you take pictures and they come out gorgeous because it's like a shiny dress. You could choose what color. I had a yellow dress and when you go, it's like the dress like flows off of the seat and you just
Hmm.
you're swinging. It's a huge swing. You swing back and forth and again you're in the middle of the rice fields so like the it looks beautiful and they take the pictures and then we did that excursion. What else we did? What is it called? It's not zip lining, but you like kind of ride a bike. uh Gosh, what is it called? But it's like zip lining but with a bike.
What?
Yeah, so we got to do that too. We
Oh,
got
you know what? I
to,
seen
yeah,
that.
you
I
might have
saw that
seen
on
it,
a
yeah.
on a video. It's like a
Hmm.
bicycle, and the bicycle's going across
Yeah,
the zip line.
yeah.
Yeah.
But just
Okay.
imagine that, but like in somewhere as beautiful as Bali. So we got to
Okay.
do that. We got to go on a coffee tour to see how coffee is made out there,
Oh. Oh.
which
Okay.
is very sounds gross. It's this animal. I don't even know what the animal's called, but it's this I don't even know. But they get the coffee seeds from its poop. It's so like like they showed us how it goes. Like
Oh
it's this
wow.
animal, this furry animal, and they wait till he poops. They go through the poop, they get the seeds out of there, they clean it off, wash it off, and then they ground the coffee with that.
Oh man.
I know.
Okay.
It was funny because my mom loves coffee still. So I brought her back some, but I didn't tell her how it was made at first, right? So
Uh-huh.
I she's because she didn't open it right away. Like it took her like a few weeks to like open it. And so she's like making it and I'm just talking about how I was like, yeah, and then like they took us in this room and then like the animal like it pooped and they got the seeds from pooping. So she looked at me, she was like, what? She's like, what did you say? And so I was like, oh, maybe I should have mentioned. I said, oh, but it's fine. Like we saw them clean it and everything. We saw them sanitize it. Like it's fine. And she was just like, why would you buy me that? Like, I think she still tried it, but like just that thought, she was like, never mind. Like I can't drink this. Yeah, that was
Oh,
funny.
that's funny.
But it was just
That
cool
is
just seeing
funny.
the experiences. I'm not even really a coffee person. I don't do caffeine like that, but I just like learning about it and just try and get just little samples. And they had some really good coffee. I will say that. So we
Okay.
got to do a lot. So we got to do that. We got to do what else? We got to go to a couple like day parties. So like they had this one spot where it was like three different levels of pools. And again, you're like everything is rice fields out there. Rice fields, rice fields, rice fields. Like because
This
we
is
were
in
a
Bali?
couple. Yeah, this is still
Yeah.
Bali. So like we were like maybe 2 hours away from the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were in central Bali, so like right in the middle. So like we were like more like the beach area is more touristy, but we were kind of away from like tourists. So I feel like we got a more authentic experience out there. But yeah, even like we did go visit the beach once. We went to a beach club, so that was really fun too. And even
Okay.
there, their food was really good. Like I like oysters, so they had like really good oysters. Um,
Okay.
they were really sweet too. They had like a fireworks show, and you're right on the beach having a good time. Music going. Had plenty of pools, and it was just Bali. Like I just like how we got to do a little bit of everything. Like we got to do like the active stuff, like the river rafting, and we got elephants, and we got to do more of like the active stuff. And then we still got to hang out and do the day parties. We still got to we went to like one nightclub. We went to it was actually a Latin club out there, and that was nice too. Just like they do karaoke? No, but they had like a conga line, and it was really fun. So and we had a longer time in Bali. Like Japan, we only stayed for like 6 days. So
Okay.
we had to squeeze like a whole bunch of stuff in, but it was still cool. But Bali, we got to do 8 days, so we had a little more time to like relax. Bali was more
Okay.
relaxing.
Okay.
Ghana was more parties because we went um December. We went like end of December, early January, so like around Christmas, New Year's time. And that's the
Mm,
time, that's their party season. That's their summer is like winter. It's hot. It's
mm.
like 90 degrees.
What?
Yeah, in the winter.
Wow.
Yeah, in our winter, it's their summer. So,
Wow.
and that's the month that like it's called Deti December. So like all these influencers come out, celebrities, and yeah, it's just like a lot of like influencer events. So even if it's like how to make more money or something like that, or like it's just a lot going on. A lot of parties, a lot of celebrities, and just a lot to do. Like everybody's outside. And we were out every night till like 8 in the morning because they don't stop. Like it's a part of their
Mm.
culture to like go because in LA things shut down at 2. Like
Right.
last call for drinks is 1:30, and then 2 o'clock music stops. Like, okay, we're done. And then you go home. But out
Hmm.
there, it's like you might not get to the party till maybe like midnight. And then it goes on until like 8 in the morning.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
very high energy. But I love the people out there too, very welcoming, very like, welcome, especially when they see Black Americans, they're because it's kind of a stigma how it's kind of like, do they not like us? It's kind of that stigma. When you actually go out there, or at least in my experience, like they were very friendly. They like seeing more of us come out there. So
Hmm.
they're very nice too. And but yeah, that was more of like a fun party type trip. We did one excursion where we visited this forest, and then we got to do like the suspension bridges, and then we got to see some of the slave castles. So we got to see some of those up what is it? Cape Town or Cape Coast. We got to visit that area and see some of the slave castles and some of the beaches out there. So we did get to do that too, which that was very emotional. Yeah, but yeah, no, Ghana was definitely an experience too, and they have good food too. Everywhere got good food. Like it's all the food is good. No complaints with food.
Oh,
Everything.
oh, okay. All the food tastes
Yeah,
better with less chemicals.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's nice. That's real nice.
And then I said honorary top is Jamaica just because um it was just a lot. I just loved our resort. I loved our resort. We stayed on the beach resort. Um and same thing, like even though we were mostly on the resort, we still got to do a lot too. We got to do visit like different areas. We got to do rafting out there too, like a little raft. Um We got to do Dunn's River, which is like a huge tourist spot because we did Ocho Rios in Jamaica. We didn't really do Montego Bay like that. We flew into Montego Bay, and then um we drove to Ocho Rios, which was like a 2 hour, I think like a 2 hour and a half drive. But I liked Ocho Rios. I liked their resort because even though it's like a family resort, so we felt safe. We didn't feel like nothing was gonna happen. I'm still there with my friends, so that was cool. And even their workers seemed like they actually enjoyed their jobs too. Like, they were very fun, interactive. Um, we had the all inclusive, so like all the food and all the drinks are included with the price. So we didn't have to worry about, what are we gonna eat? Everything's right there. We didn't really have to leave the resort. I mean, if we did
Okay.
leave the resort, it was to go do an excursion. But
Okay.
everything was pretty much right there, relaxing, beach views. We got to swim with the dolphins. Um, We got to do, yeah, Dunn's River. We got to do this one like cooking class. Like we went to
Hmm.
this huge like mansion out there basically, and got to do a tour of that mansion, which is like a rich history behind that. And we got to do a cooking class. So like we actually made like an authentic Jamaican meal. Like it was like we went and got the seasonings and like they, kind of showed us step by step what to do. So that was really cool. Then they had this like little bird cage thing where we got to they had like, like a little thing with birds, and so like we got to feed the birds, and we got to go to another like river thing where it was mostly just for views, but we actually like jumped in, and I'm like, I don't like diving into water really. I don't mind skydiving, but I don't like diving into water. I don't like, and I tried it because everybody else did it. So they're like, "Oh, now it's your turn." So I was like, "Oh no, thank you." And they're like, "Oh, just jump. The water is not even. It's not that bad. It's not even that high." And I'm kept saying no, no, no. But then finally I did it, and all this water like shot up my nose because I didn't pinch my nose when I dived in. So
Oh,
I was like, "Y'all never do this again." They were like, "You should have just pinched your nose." I was like, I'm good. Like I don't. I'm more of a land. I'm a Virgo Earth sign, so I'm more of a like I don't mind like I don't mind swimming with the dolphins or like jet skiing, but I don't like being like under the water. I just don't really care for it. I've done it, like I've done snorkeling and stuff, but like I don't really like, you know,
yeah.
not my thing. But Jamaica
Okay.
was really fun too. Had a lot of fun out there. So met a lot of people.
Okay.
Even like when we went to that resort twice called Moon Palace in Ocho Rios. We went to that resort twice, and
Okay.
even like when we came back, the workers remembered us when we came back.
Oh,
So
wow. That's
they were
nice.
really cool. Yeah, yeah. So I'd say those four countries were my favorites out of
Okay.
everywhere. Yeah.
Now, when you were swimming with the dolphins, did you find it easy to communicate with them?
um, I mean, yes and no. Like they had their little commands. Like they would say whatever, and then they would like listen. But it was mostly just to like ride and take pictures. Honestly, like it was. They were really sweet though. Like they were very playful, But it was mostly just like you like ride on their fin, like you kind of hold their fin, ride, and then they take pictures, and then you might just kind of swim around a little bit, and that was it. So
Okay. Because
yeah.
I just asked because that's how they seeded the planet. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that's how the Dogon tribe say they seeded the planet
Mm-hmm.
with the dolphins. Came from the planet Sirius B, seeded the planet with the dolphins. They carried the seed in the dolphins till it grew, and then with the typhoons and tsunamis washed us up on the land, and everybody
Mm-hmm.
evolved into, until we came evolved into humans and all that stuff. But
Right.
anyway, they used dolphins, so that's why they're saying we can communicate with dolphins. You know,
Yeah. We didn't get
basically,
that
yeah.
deep. We just wanted the pictures. We didn't get that deep. I mean, we said,
Okay.
we played with them a little bit, but it wasn't no telepathy or nothing. It was just kind of like, okay, this is cute. Like,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. That's cool.
yeah,
That's cool. Yeah. And let me see. Japan is really something though. That's like
yeah, yeah.
it
That's
seems like that's
becoming
just
like my
so
favorite. It's hard to,
far away.
it's so far. I mean, even like I said, like right now, it's 11:50. It's almost 12 out here. So in Japan, what time is it out there? In Japan, it's like probably 16 hours ahead. So let me see.
Okay. Yeah. So
8
it's
hours,
already
11, 12.
morning time over there.
Yeah, it's like 6 a.m. out there, something like that. Hmm.
So it's like, man.
Yeah, they're light years ahead. So it's like
Okay.
6 a.m. right now.
And yeah. So, oh, you know, another thing, they don't have a lot of homeless people out there. Like if you go
No,
to
they
our
don't.
downtown, if you go to our downtown, it's like homeless and all over, and you
Yeah, no, we
know.
didn't see not one homeless person, nobody on the street. I'm not even sure if that's like allowed. I don't know. Like the most we saw was this really drunk guy on the street and they were like helping him out. You know, they just like brought him like I think they said that like
Oh.
out there because they one thing about them, they be drinking. They try to act all modest and stuff, but they be going hard. They do. But they'll go hard and then they'll still make work on time the next morning. Like they,
Mm.
but it's like their culture out there. Like if you see somebody passed out drunk, like they go and give you water and they make sure you good. Like in LA,
Mm.
it's probably just like, oh, okay, well he on his own, or I'm sure somebody come to get him, not me though, you know what I mean? But out there, it's like if you see somebody that's like laid out drunk or whatever the case, like they go and like help you. And we did see that. Like
Okay.
we saw this one guy and he we could tell something was wrong with him, but like they were like helping him out. So I'm like, that's cool. Like it didn't seem like they knew who he was. They were just like, oh, okay, we gonna help him, you know. But that was the only kind of not that he was just drunk. He wasn't homeless, but like that was the only thing we saw where somebody was like kind of laid out on the street. Like other than that, like we didn't see any no homeless community out there at all.
Mm, okay, yeah. So they don't have a tent city, you know, like
No.
in downtown or Skid Row.
Yeah. Oh no. They didn't. We didn't see not one tent, not one beggar. Like we didn't
Mm,
see
okay.
any of that out there.
I remember when I was a kid, Skid Row was pretty small. It wasn't that big. It probably was maybe it was only a few blocks.
Mhm.
But now it done turned
It's
into
bad. Yeah.
man, it's like a whole almost a whole city. Okay. It's like almost a whole downtown. I
Yeah.
mean, so many blocks. Okay. When I was a kid, it was probably 4 blocks. Okay. That 4 blocks turned into 500 blocks. Okay. And, you
Yeah.
know, like that. It's probably there's so many different. You could just drive to one section. Bam, here's Skid Row. This part, this part, this part. Now it's like, man,
It's all over. I used to work
it's so
in
big.
downtown LA. I worked down there for like 3 years at one point, and I worked at the Hall of Records downtown. I used to do like this little clerical job over there, and so I
Okay.
was right on like Temple and Broadway, like over there, and there would be homeless people in our building, like inside our building,
Wow.
on the
Wow.
steps. They would, pee and defecate on the steps, like just
Yeah.
there. Like you walk in, it's like, oh, surprise. Like it was
Man,
really
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, you step out the building and you just see tents. Like I used to have to like walk somewhere else because you just never know. It was really, really bad.
Yeah.
It still is bad, getting worse. So
So maybe America need to do something, take some lessons from Japan or something, and find a way to help the homeless, and
yeah.
find a way to help them at least do something.
Yeah. I
Uh,
think it might start with, obviously raising our wages because another thing about Japan, they don't do tips. Like you don't
mm.
do not tip anybody. Restaurants, none of that. You don't tip out there. They
Oh,
actually get
wow.
offended if you tip out there. So you
Wow.
don't tip. But they don't tip because you make a they make a livable wage. So you don't
Oh,
need to
okay.
tip. So that's probably why, maybe that could be a reason why we don't see as much homelessness because whatever jobs they're working, they make enough to support themselves and their family. But out here
Oh,
it's
okay.
like, you know, even it's like if you're not making six figures,
Right,
then
yeah.
yeah, especially in LA and Los Angeles, you can get away with that maybe in like down south, but like in Los Angeles, if you're not making six figures, you're basically considered poor.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much. Yeah.
yeah. And even
Yeah.
six figures, if you're just like 100,000, even that after taxes, it's still like not enough because our rent is so high, mortgage is so high, everything's so high. Because you think, oh, you making six figures, and it's like, yeah, but then once you gotta pay for everything. It's kind of like it's still not enough unless you're like single, no kids. But if you have like a family, it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
still not enough because things have just gotten so high. And then
Yeah.
again, like people just aren't making enough money. Like we're not getting paid enough out here. But out there, like I don't know the details of what they get paid, but like I just feel like the fact that like, there I don't see any homelessness. And then even like at restaurants and stuff, like they don't, or just wherever that they don't need tips. Like they're doing well for themselves, it seems like. So
Okay, so yeah, they probably don't have a minimum wage to where
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
here,
maybe not. I don't know.
we finna pay you the bare minimum, and that
Right.
minimum wage is you can't live off minimum wage.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
mean, I mean,
Even with them
I
raising it, it's still not enough because it's like, okay, you raise minimum wage, but then they raise everything else. So it still doesn't help.
right, yeah, it's like if you make minimum wage, you can't even get a bachelor's apartment.
You're right. No,
Not in Los Angeles.
no.
So it's like, wow, you can't even live on your own if you make minimum wage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's uh that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is.
Here we want you to be a productive citizen, but we're only going to pay you minimum wage. I'm like what?
Mm-hmm. Hmm. And it's like they'll
Yeah,
say, oh, we're going to raise the minimum wage. But then with that, if you raising everything else, that does not help. Like, so
yeah, hmm, yeah. So it's you know,
groceries are high, um,
yeah, it sure
groceries are
is.
high. And out there, I I was I was swiping my card so much I was scared to look at my bank account because I was like, I've been wilding. I mean, as I deserve, it's my birthday and stuff, but I was just like, man, I just been swiping. I looked, I was like, oh, like I'm actually kind of good. Like, yeah, I need to chill, but like I'll be okay. Like I could, like I didn't spend nearly as much as I thought I would. I can't do that
Mm.
here. Here if I go
Okay.
out, if I or just like yesterday I went to happy hour and stuff, but once the happy hour prices ended, I went home because I'm like, you know, but out there it's like you can eat for, I mean, you can get you a good meal for like max $15 in our
Oh,
I mean, it's cheap.
yeah. Out
And
here it
Bali,
is.
I'd say is even cheaper than that.
Oh, wow.
Bali's cheap, cheap.
Yeah, out here it is so expensive, man. It's crazy. I can
Yeah.
remember when a loaf of bread was like what, less than $1. It'd be like 85 cents for the good bread,
Hmm.
And now, $7 and $8 for a loaf of bread. It's
Yeah.
like to me, I'm like, dang, $8 if you, especially if you want to get the decent bread, you know.
Yeah. If you want to get like good stuff or like vegan stuff or like cage free stuff or whatever, like you gonna pay even more.
Yeah,
They make it
like
hard for us to stay healthy because it's so expensive. I think if everybody had access to like better grocery stores, I think everybody would probably want to eat healthier. But it's like either they make it real far or they just make it so expensive to where it's like I can't afford to be getting all this. I'm gonna just go to this little fast food spot and get me a meal for like $5, even though it's trash. But it's like I can't afford all the good stuff. It's just it's a sad reality.
but well, look at it this way. Pay the price for it now and be healthy, or pay the price for it later and be sick when you're paying all those medical bills.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
you can save up to pay the medical bills now, or you can just go ahead and eat healthy and skip the medical bills.
True.
You know,
You're right. You're
so
right.
or the best thing, grow your own food. Sure,
Hmm.
grow your own food, then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's so expensive. It's crazy. Yeah, you used to get a dozen eggs for 75 cents. Okay.
Yeah,
What's
I
a dozen
wish.
eggs now? $8? That's crazy.
Something. It's
That's
crazy.
a big difference. Okay. That's why I used to think my uncle was so rich, boy. You know, back then arcade games was a quarter, and I asked him for some money to go to the arcade games. He'd be like, "Give me $100. Is this enough?" I'd be like, "The
There you go.
heck yeah,
Yeah.
100." I was like, "I'm only going to the arcade. I'm only going to the bowling alley."
Hmm.
And my auntie, she'd see him give us $100, and she'd be like, "They don't need all that money," taking it from us.
Hmm.
One time he gave us $100. My auntie took it from us and gave me 10.
Dang.
You don't need all of that. I'm like, okay. So I told my cousin, I said, next time we ask your dad for some money, we gonna sit on the porch before you walk inside the house. So every time we would sit on the porch and wait for him, so he could give us some money.
Right,
And
but you don't
my
know.
aunt, yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. So yeah, I almost got kicked out of school one time because his name was Jap. Speaking of you going to Japan,
Hmm.
you can't go to Japan and call nobody a Jap. But
Right.
that was my uncle's name. His name was, that's what we called him. His name was Jap, and they've been calling him that since he was a kid.
Hmm.
So when I was in school, my teacher, she was Japanese, and she was like real short.
Hmm.
And my uncle had pulled up to the school, and I was pointing at my uncle, and she thought I was pointing at her, but I'm pointing above her head, pointing at
Hmm.
out the door. And I
Hmm.
said, "Oh man, I'm in trouble now. Here comes Jap."
Oh no, she thought you was talking
She's
about her.
she thought I was talking about her. She goes,
Oh
"What
man.
did you say, young man?" I said, "I'm in trouble." She says, "No, no, 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 the other word." I said, "I'm in trouble because there goes Jap." And she goes, "I thought you were one of the good ones." Right? And she walks over
Dang.
to her desk and she starts writing on this paper. And the only thing I could see on that paper was it said suspended.
Mm.
And so she told me to take it to the office. So I started walking to the office. I'm like, the only thing I could read on that paper was Jap and suspended. And I was like, oh man, this is crazy. I'm getting suspended.
What
So I
grade were you
went
in?
the I was in the 10th grade.
Hmm.
And and so I walked back in the classroom. I said, "Miss Masuda, I'm getting suspended." And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what you want me to tell them?" And she says, "What?" I said, "My uncle's in the office and I'm supposed to tell him I'm suspended. What am I supposed to tell him I'm suspended for?" And she says, "Wait a minute. Your uncle's name is Jap?" I said, "Yeah, that's his name." And then she took the paper back. And she was like, in Japan, that's a very hateful word to say
Hmm.
like that. And she said, "Did his mama name him Jap?" I was like, "Yeah, that's
Right.
his name." Okay, I don't know. Yeah, that's his name. So yeah, so I ended up not getting suspended. And she's like, "Go home and see what the it says on the mailbox." So I told her the name was on the mailbox. I said, "See," I said, "it says J. Boston." And she goes, "What's your auntie's name?" I said, "Juanita." And she said, "Do you know how to spell Juanita?" I said, "Yeah. Oneknea. And she goes, "Juanita starts with a J." I'm
Oh,
like,
not. Oh,
oh.
that's crazy.
Yeah, because I said one Nita, one
One.
ONE, one knee, and I spelled knee KNEE and a.
Hey, you tried.
So I said one Nia. That's what we forgot, one Nia.
That's funny.
And she's like, oh, it starts with the J. So anyway, so yeah, I ended up not getting suspended, but she said that's a hateful word for it's like calling a black person a nigga.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just so crazy. Like that, you're just like, oh, that's his name. Like there go Jap over there, and she like, whoa, you calling me that? Like that's
Yeah. So then she was like, okay, so you don't have to say. She was trying to tell me I don't have to say Jap. I could say my uncle. She's trying to, if that's your uncle, you can just say uncle. I'll know who you're talking about. I was like, oh, okay, because yeah, I don't say
at least
uncle.
y'all cleared that up.
Yeah, because yeah, I never said Uncle Jap. I don't say we just say Jap.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know. So yeah, but yeah, that's funny though. But man, I just think that is so cool to get to travel so many places. 9 countries.
yeah,
Okay. 9 countries by the age of 31. Wow. That's amazing. I know a lot of people that haven't been able to do that. A
yeah.
lot. Like I said, shoot, I the only place I ever been, I guess I can say Canada when I was working that time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's being out of the country, working and driving over the over to Canada,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Vancouver. But yeah, but I wasn't visiting or vacation. I was just
Yeah.
dropping off a
You
load
just
and
have to
coming
do what you
back.
have to do. Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, to actually go and visit and spend some time and get to meet the people and
Yeah.
just see how other people live. You know,
Yeah.
So and that's a nice thing, and then you get to just have that experience, that life experience, that traveling, and you know, discovering yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Absolutely.
and all that.
I like some of my best times like have been just from traveling, just experiences that I've gotten from um taking trips, and I feel like with every trip it is like a part of like growth, like just saying like, wow, I've been here now and like I've learned different things, met new people, learned a little bit of a new language, just like there's just so much more than just America. And I mean,
Hmm.
I do want to start, I have been like trying to travel in the States more as well because there's beautiful places just in the US that I think people overlook. So I want to try to
Hmm.
make an effort to visit like the East Coast or like, just different states as well. But yeah, I mean, as far as countries, yeah, like, I mean, when you, like, I was telling you how, the going to the Bahamas, that was like my first trip, like, as a full blown adult with like, a real job and stuff. So that is what
Hmm.
made me love traveling so much.
Hmm.
Just going out there and just seeing their beaches, because you know how LA beaches are. They're dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty. Like it's like Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach is cool, but like Dockweiler and like Venice and Santa Monica is dirty. All right. So
Yeah.
when I went to the Bahamas and I went to we did an excursion where we went to Exuma Island, which is like it's an island that's maybe like an hour or so out, and we
Hmm.
did a boat ride to there. And not a lot of people live on that island. Like it's there, like you could like book a tour on that island, but like it's not a lot of people there. So very, to me, to this day, Exuma Island, like that beach, I think is still the best beach I've ever been on to this day. And I've been a lot of
Wow.
places since the Bahamas, but beach wise, like just being on the beach, I feel like that was still like the cleanest beach I've ever seen. The whitest
Uh,
sand I've ever seen, the bluest water I've ever seen,
what?
ever. Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, I've been a
Okay.
lot of places since then, but nothing
Okay.
tops Exuma because I think because of the lack of people there, it's not really a place to like you go there, you vacation and stuff, and you go and like visit, but no one like lives on that part,
Okay.
so ain't nobody trashing it up.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just because I don't know if you've heard of like Pig Beach. It's like a beach with like a bunch of pigs and like iguanas and sharks. It's like
Uh,
um there's like these swimming pigs. And
no.
so you go, like, first they took us to feed some iguanas. We were like feeding them grapes. And then we went to like the actual beach part where they fed us, and then we saw all these pigs and we got to like feed them, and then they were like swimming too. Like we were in the water and like they were, you know, there. Big pigs too. Some like,
Wow.
piglets, like little baby pigs, but then like, it was pigs and we were like feeding them, but it was still
Swimming
very clean.
pigs.
Yeah. They could swim.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So that was what made me like, wow, like I gotta get out more. Cause before that, like I did Cancun for my high school grad trip, and that was cool too. But
Mhm.
between that time and then the Bahamas, because wait, when I did Cancun, I was still like 17. But from then to when I was like 23, I didn't really do anything. I was in school and stuff, so that was my main focus. And I never tried to force it. It's like, okay, if I can't afford to do this, then it just is what it is. I'll have time to travel and stuff. But yeah, between that time, I didn't really go anywhere. Like I would yeah, I didn't really do a lot of traveling because I was just focused on trying to graduate school. So um, when I did graduate, we did Vegas, and that was my first like Vegas trip as an adult. So that I was like, okay, like I'm starting to see a little more, do a little more. Okay, cool. But then as far as like out of the country, I did that like a year after I graduated college. I finally like I was working and stuff, so I was able to save up and go. And then that's when I was really like, okay, like this was beautiful. Like I want to go somewhere every year. Like that's what made me get the travel bug was the Bahamas trip for sure.
No. Mm, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All
And
right.
that was a cool trip too. I got to do this excursion, this Bob Marley tour
Oh.
because he has a home out there. Because when they were trying to
Mm.
assassinate him in Jamaica, he escaped to go to the Bahamas, and that home is still there, and you can tour it now.
Oh.
So
Wow.
yeah, that
Okay.
was really dope too. We got to tour his house and then just hang out there. And he lived like right on the beach, so we got to go on the beach, lay out, and we got to tour his house. And they were just kind of going over the history and everything. We got to see like a whole bunch of pictures and a bunch of like little artifacts. And um, yeah, we got to eat there too. And
Okay.
it was cool. That was really cool.
So they have a whole Bob Marley tour.
In the Bahamas. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Good little history on that.
Yeah, no, that was yeah, like if you're like a real fan about Marley, I would definitely suggest that. I mean, obviously, you go to Jamaica too, but I was just surprised to find that in the Bahamas. Like I was like, wow, I didn't even really know about that history, honestly. So,
That's funny. My
yeah.
uh my ex brother in law, that's how he learned. He told me how he learned how to speak English by listening to Bob Marley.
Mm,
So even though their family speaks Spanish, right, and most of the people in his family have that Spanish accent, him and his brothers have a sound like they have a Jamaican accent.
mm.
So they sound kind of it's like they'll be speaking Spanish, but they sound like they're Jamaicans.
Oh
It's kind of
wow.
great.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
So it's kind of funny. Brother-in-law. That's what he used to say to me. He said, no, brother-in-law, you have to come with me, brother-in-law. Do you do you know how much money that is, brother-in-law?
Brother-in-law.
Yeah, that's what he used to call me.
That's funny.
I'm like, nah, man, I don't know. I don't know what a kilo is. That's what he said. He had a whole bunch of money and he put it in the counting machine.
Hmm.
And he said, woo wee, brother-in-law, do you know how many kilos that is? I said, I don't even know what a kilo is.
Right.
So, yeah, he was a funny dude. As a matter of fact, he the first one that called me Horus, too.
Really? Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, he said, because of baby, he said, the baby is only 8 months and the baby won't go back to his mama.
Mm.
And he said, this is a Latino baby boy. Latino baby boy always go to the mama. And the baby, he won't go to his own mama. He said, huh? What's your name? Harlan. Harlan. Horus. You don't even know who you are, man. You Horus. Like that. You need to
Mm-hmm.
find her. Then you need to find out who you are. Go ask your mama why she named you Horus. Go ask your mama why she named you that. Like that. Then he said, you still sleep. I said, man, I'm not asleep. I just got off work. I know I look tired, but I ain't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
No, brother-in-law, you don't understand. You still sleep. You don't know who you are. When you wake up, you know who you are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He said, but I know who you are. And I trust you more than I trust anybody in my family.
Wow.
And then that's when he took me to go get this, show me where he kept all his money and all his drugs. Well, he didn't keep a, he just kept a small stash of drugs, but where he kept all his money and his accounting machines and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gave me a key to it. Took the key off his neck and gave it to me. Told me on one side of the room I can have all the money I want, and then on one side, don't touch it. And I was like, this is like a whole lot of money. I was like, if I had that much money, my life would be over with. What would I do with all that money? I sure won't have to work a job again. So I was like, nah, I don't need all that money. What am I going to do with it? I just started working. Okay. I want to work. I don't want to, you know. Then he just
Mm-hmm.
told me, well, if you need some money, just come get it. Don't tell my sister where this place is. Okay, brother-in-law. I was like, okay, I won't tell nobody. So, yeah. And he always listened to Bob Marley music. That's all he had in
Mm-hmm.
his car, Bob Marley music,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know. Hey, calm down, brother-in-law. Here, listen to it. You like Bob Marley? He used to talk like that. He funny dude.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah, but he was just one of those big drug dealers. Like, you
Mm.
know,
Yeah.
he knew. Yeah. Listen, all the police, they be all in it too. Okay. This dude called me on the phone one time, told me which chief, talking about they having uh, some kind of meeting for the a war on drugs. That's what they said. They said it was the war on drugs, and they had some meeting with all these people downtown. And he started naming all the people that's going to be there. Now he's telling me this before they even had a meeting,
Wow.
before they show it on the news. Okay, this is what he's telling me, and he's telling me everybody that's going to be there. He's naming the police chief, he's naming detectives, and he's telling me they're going to have this announcement on Friday. So be careful where you go hang out at, because he knew one of the friends I had was a drug dealer. I didn't know the dude was a drug dealer. He knew he was a drug dealer. So he was trying to tell me not to go over there. So he told me, he's like, yeah, just watch the news. And I think that's when they had the Bataram coming out, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They had this like an army tank called the
Mm-hmm.
Bataram.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, oh, this dude was something else. He was like Scarface. That's what I call him,
Yeah, yeah,
Scarface.
yeah, yeah. You
Okay,
sound
he
like
was.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he sound he was just like it. Okay,
Yeah.
he took
Yeah.
me to go meet. As a matter of fact, when we got all that money at, he took some money out, and we went to go meet this guy. Uh, 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 one of the detectives, well, the same detective that I met at the at this house, at this coffee shop in the valley. That same detective, okay, was the same detective that I saw at the OJ crime scene. So
Whoa.
they all be in all that stuff. They be crooked. So they be talking about the all that stuff happened at midnight or whatever. It's like, I was there. So you can't tell me what I saw. I saw all this stuff happen with my own eyes. Okay, I seen that whole thing. I saw the detective coming out with that big old shoe and plastic bag. I'm looking at him. So don't come
Mm-hmm.
telling me what time the crime happened when I
Mm-hmm.
was there and you guys calling for, look, they was calling for a coroner at like 9:30, like that.
Mm.
But when you look at the news say the crime didn't happen till after midnight or something, or
Oh.
around midnight.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
then if you read the papers, they're gonna tell you that that detective didn't show up till 5 a.m. in the morning. That's a bunch of bull, because that's the same
Mm-hmm.
detective I got in an argument. Well, we didn't get into an argument. We just left when we saw him coming. Um, and this happened at 11, about midnight, a little bit after midnight, because we got there. It was about 11:45 when we got there, and we were waiting for him to come out the back, and he didn't come out the back till maybe 12:15, something like that. 12, a little after 12. So all that stuff they're saying, it was a bunch of lies. Okay, so they can tell you what happened, and then we got one bloody footprint and all that kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bunch of bull. Okay, they didn't even have her. Look, when we got there, they didn't even have her body covered up. I was like, wait a minute,
Like how
and
yeah.
yeah, and they didn't even check the dude Goldman. They didn't even check to see if he was alive or dead still or nothing. They just assumed he was dead.
Oh.
Nobody went and checked him.
Oh.
Okay, so all that stuff was a bunch of BS. But they gonna tell American public whatever story they want to tell. I think that story was just like to cause division between black people and white people. I think that's why they did that, because that sure did make a whole lot of divide, cause a
Yeah, I
whole
wouldn't put
lot
it
of
past them.
separate.
Mm-hmm.
You say what?
I said I wouldn't put it past them, to try to divide
Well,
us.
hey, that's how they do, divide and conquer.
Right.
Okay, they don't want people to unite, divide and
Right.
conquer. Okay, it ain't no such thing as black people and white people. Okay,
Right.
okay, this is black. Okay, this scarf on my head is black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this paper, this paper is white.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen a person like this color, and I've never seen a person that color.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. In Ghana, there's a few people that was. I'm just kidding. Like it was close. Like.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, my great grandfather. Look, my great grandfather is dark like this, right? But guess how my grandfather looked? Like this.
Wow.
How is that even possible?
Could be that
How is
skip
that
gene
possible?
thing, a gene skip or something. I don't know.
No, my great grandmother was a slave.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah. Okay, well then, yeah.
Slave master sure found a whole lot of favoritism in her. Left her a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of land.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we got all that land in Louisiana.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, he left her all of that land. Left it to my great grandmother,
got it.
who then left it to my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And people used to be thinking my grandfather was white.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, he don't look white to me, but I was little,
Yeah.
you know. I'm like, why does
You
everybody
thinking
keep
like
saying?
actual white, yeah.
Like, yeah, I thought we was black. Why everybody? It was like they said. My grandmother and my grandfather was in the store, and they kept going, and the people in the store kept saying, "What that white man doing in here? What that white man doing down here with that black woman? Who that white man think he is?" And I
Mhm.
said, "Grandma, it's a white man in the store. I ain't never seen a white man before." And I'm like trying to snatch my hand away so I can go see what this white man looked like. And so I snatch away and I start running around the store looking for a white man. And then I ain't see no white man. I was just only seeing black people.
Whole time
And
they talking about him.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
And I said, and I went back to my grandma. I said, Grandma, I said, I didn't see no white man in here. I said, I did see I said, I don't know if it was a man or I said, I don't know if it was a lady with a mustache or a man wearing a dress. Because it was a I couldn't tell. It was
Yeah.
a big person. It looked like a lady that had a mustache.
Yeah, yeah,
So and so I said, I don't see no white man. And then she said, they're talking about your grandpa. I said, what? I said, Grandpa, I thought you was black. And he said, I am. And I said, that's right. And I grabbed that little mic that he used to have the little microphone at the store. And I
yeah.
said, you stupid people, my grandpa is black.
Hmm. Oh my God.
Uh, so, yeah. So, but yeah, he's just Creole, that's all.
Yeah.
So I, I know nothing about no colored in black, white, no Creole mean.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So that caused all that division, divide, conquer. You use religion. Religion really brainwashed people. I think that was the worst thing they gave people. The people that enslave you give you a religion. That's crazy if you just think about it. You're going to follow the people that enslaved you, beat you, raped your women, beat and killed your children. They give you a God to worship, and that's the Jesus you want to worship. You want to worship the same God as them while they're calling you nigga and burning a cross in front of your house. You
Right.
guys are worshiping the same Jesus, right? Does that make any common sense?
None.
That don't even make any logical sense. That's insane. You have to really think about what you're doing. The people that enslaved you, you think they finna give you some information that's gonna free you?
Right. Mm-mm.
No, they're gonna put a church and a
That's why
liquor
they didn't like
store.
when you knew how to read, you know. They had to
Yeah,
sneak to find out how to read.
yeah. And when you did learn how to read, they gave you the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And what did that tell you? Be good to your slave, obey. No, that's what it say. Obey your slave master.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna give you a book to read that tells you to obey them, to obey your slave master. Now, what God would even what God would even have you enslave somebody?
Right.
So that can't be coming from a godly person.
Right.
So yeah, that whole religion. Okay, I remember one time me and my partner, when I was working on the ambulance, we counted over, I don't know, after several hundred counting, we went down Figueroa and we left county hospital. So we're starting at block number 1, and we drove all the way down to Imperial, which would be 113 or 115.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, from there, we counted a church and a liquor store on every single corner. And some of them, it was 2 churches and 2 liquor stores
Oh yeah.
for 115 blocks. That's on one street, in LA. We didn't even talk about all the other streets. We just went down one street.
Mm-hmm.
All them churches and liquor stores, 115 blocks. And it wasn't one block that we didn't get to that didn't have a church or a liquor store on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not a one. We didn't get to one block and be like, oh, okay, this one don't have a church or a liquor store. Every block had one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you can't stop and think about that, how much sense that makes. So they want to poison you with the liquor, then poison your mind with the religion,
Mm-hmm.
keep you lost. So, I don't know. That's why you gotta listen to the Wusabat, get some sound right reasoning,
Right.
learn how to think. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's why I got these books here. These are my favorite books. This one right here,
Ooh, okay.
so you can learn about your history,
Mm-hmm.
our true roots, not what somebody else told you. Find out about yourself. This book here,
Mm.
okay, learn how to think and use your brain. Real
Right.
simple, and they're not that thick. So this is just,
Yeah, they don't look that big. Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, you know. But Dr. Malachi C.K. York, he's written over 1,000 books. Here's another one. Bam, the Breath Book. Okay, I think these are my favorite ones because that'll help you on your journey to heal. Okay,
Right.
learning how to think and use your breath. Okay, bam, you're gonna find out. Wow, this really works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then knowing who you are is like really important. Okay, find out all the trickery. Okay, then you can start getting into the deep stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
the deep
So you would say
stuff.
that the first books that you showed are more like kind of like an intro to the deep stuff?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's like kind of an intro because you're gonna have to do some deep think. But
Yeah.
you gotta do some deep thinking when you start reading into this stuff right here.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to start thinking because it sounds so crazy. Which book? Look, it sounds so crazy, but yeah, this one right here.
Mm.
Okay, this is the harvest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's gonna tell you which alien's coming to eat your ass.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And you be thinking that's all that you be thinking that shit's a joke too. But keep thinking it's a joke till your ass gonna find out. You're gonna do that. Fuck around and find out shit. That's right. Go ahead. Think it's funny. Keep on thinking it's a joke. That's what you should do. Okay. Don't be smart enough to go do some research to check out if the information is true or not. No, that makes too much sense. Okay. No, why don't you just do some research? You don't believe it, don't. Okay. But that's why I say I like facts. All right. So that's what this book is called. What? Actual facts. That's right. That's what I'm reading. I'm talking facts. Show me some proof. Show me some facts. Okay. So that's the only thing I like about Wusabat. Facts. Show me the facts. I don't want to hear nothing about what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because what does it say in the middle of belief? Lie. If you spell belief out, look right at it. What does it say in the middle of it? It says lie.
Lie.
Yeah, so no, I want some facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Show me some facts. Can't do that. Peace.
Right.
I don't have nothing to say.
Yeah. 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 People have to find out on their own. Yes.
Yeah, you just gotta do your own research.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but yeah, but anyway, that's the only things I like doing. Hugging trees. I never used to hug trees before, but you can get a lot of healing energy. You'd be surprised how much healing energy you receive from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, it's where we get our oxygen from. So, you know,
Yeah,
maybe I'll try
yeah,
hugging. I don't hug trees. I like looking at them, but I don't like going. I've hugged them a couple times, but I don't like just be out here hugging trees. But
yeah.
it
I
sounds
used
like a
to.
good idea.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah, I don't knock it at all. I just don't be thinking like, "Ooh, I'm gonna hug it." Like I'm like, "Oh, it's pretty," and then I'll take a picture of it and I go about my day.
Mm. I
But
was just reading about it, reading about grounding and like taking your shoes off and planting your feet in the grass and all that stuff. So I just said, hey, I'm gonna try
yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
I do like grounding. That's one of my favorite things to do when I'm like on the beach. Like I just like to um wiggle my toes between the sand and um yeah, just walk around with you know. I mean, when you're on the beach, like you gonna have your socks off anyway, but like really intentionally, like just wiggle my toes between the sand and just letting my feet breathe from always having shoes on, you know.
so
But
that's cool. You traveling all those different places and getting to connect
right,
with
exactly.
connecting to the earth.
Yeah. Connecting to earth. And even like here, like when I go to the beach here, I mean obviously it don't look the same as the other beaches I've been to, but I still take the opportunity and just to ground myself. I like to if I'm out here, I like to go either really early or like a little bit later when there's not like as much crowds and I'll journal and yeah, grounding, you know. I don't really when I go to other places, I like when been to the Bahamas, Jamaica and Costa Rica, Bali, all them places, like their beaches, yeah, obviously they're more beautiful, but like I don't well, I'll ground, but I don't like I'm not as intentional because I'm on vacation mode, I'm on party mode. So I'm not like thinking like, oh, let me take my journal, I'll bring a journal, but I don't hardly look at it when I'm like on vacation. I'm on vacation, like I'm there to just relax. But like when I'm here and I'm just kind of like I ain't got nothing going on, then I do like to take my journal to the beach and write in my journal or take a good book and read that and ground. So
Okay.
or even
Yeah.
like I have crystals. That's why I was asking you about that necklace. Like, do you have to like charge it? Because certain crystals you have to like charge them like in the sun, like you leave it in the sun, or like or leave it out for the moonlight to like I guess activate the crystal. So sometimes I'll
Oh.
go to the beach and do that too, or wash them in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's nice. That's nice. You get to leave your loving footprint
Yep.
on all the different continents.
Absolutely. Yep.
And
Only
then,
continents I haven't been to. I haven't done. I'm not really interested in Australia. Like, I mean, maybe one day, but I haven't done Australia and I haven't done South America. So I haven't done like Brazil and all that. But hopefully I'll get to those
okay.
places too. And I haven't done Europe either, but I've done everywhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. And well, nine is divine.
Hey,
The
there we
highest
go.
number you can get
That's,
to.
yeah. Way to put
Yeah.
it.
So that's really nice, man. I'm so proud of you, man. That is like beautiful. That is beautiful. You're making wise decisions, smart
Yes.
decisions, smart choices.
I'll try my best.
So, so that's good. That's good. You're a good thinker. Okay, you know how to use your nugget.
Mm-hmm.
You
Got
know,
to
don't
these
just
days.
yeah, not so reactive. You know,
Right.
just react to stuff happens. You know, gotta kind of sit back and respond to things. You know,
I'm
take
definitely
it
more
in.
of a observer, before reacting to anything.
Yeah,
Think about it, get quiet, and just kind of see, just see what the best decision is from there. But like yeah, like you said, when you react too quickly to things, nothing ever comes good out of that. So
yeah.
gotta take a moment to step back, give it some time, and then from there make your best decision. And only you know what's best for you. So
Right. Yeah. And then yeah, that's a good thing. You're learning so much of the important stuff too at a young age, like not to take things personal or not to expect any outcomes,
right.
you know, because that's like disappointing yourself and
Mm-hmm.
things like uh, not to compare yourself to anybody. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, never compare yourself to anybody because that way you're setting yourself up for failure. You know what I mean? Trying to compare yourself. You're on your journey, and your journey is going to look different from everybody else's.
Right.
Okay. So, yeah, only be concerned about your journey. And yeah, that way you can be, stay living in your happiness, stay living in the moment.
Yeah.
Don't live in the past. You know what I mean? Take the past as those are lessons learned. You know what I mean? Forgive yourself, forgive the other person. Okay. That's forgiveness is not for the other person anyway. That forgiveness is for
It's
you.
for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So, yeah.
Mm,
So, yeah. So you learning those lessons at an early age, and that's good. That is
yes, I am.
beautiful. Okay. That's beautiful. So, and that's all it is. You growing every day. Every day you get to grow. So, hey, you're in a beautiful spot. You're in a beautiful
Yes.
spot. Okay. So, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So, what else could I ask you about all of these different? I asked you which one was your favorite. Which one? Let me see. I'll say, which one do you think had the best food?
Ooh, that's even harder. Mm, I say between Japan. Then depends on what kind of food. So like, well, obviously for Asian food, Japan, and I mean Bali, Indonesia. That's Southeast Asia. So I say comparing those two places, Japan was better. As far as like Caribbean food, I would say Jamaica, but then yeah, I say Jamaica. Ghana had really good food too, but Ghana, I like their Ghana has a lot of like goat, right? They eat a lot of meat out there. They do.
Mm,
I know you don't like
okay.
meat, but they be eating a lot of meat out there. But
Okay.
they,
Yeah.
they do like veggies too. They'll do like a lot of rice and stuff like that too. But like for meat, they eat like a lot of like goat. Like I have like a lot of goat stew, which is pretty much just like, it just tastes like beef stew for real. But
Wow.
it was good though. It was good. Like
Okay.
curry. They have a lot of was it like curry goat? But then I like Jamaica's curry goat too. I think Jamaica has better plantains for sure.
Okay.
Jamaica has the best.
They actually make a meal out of a goat.
Yeah. And it's pretty good.
I just
I gotta
didn't.
say. Yeah.
I just didn't know people ate goats.
Oh yeah. It's a big
Oh,
thing. It's a big
wow.
thing in Ghana. They have a lot of goat, and then yeah, Jamaica too. They have like a lot of curry goat. Yeah. Do they?
No, I didn't know people ate goats.
Oh yeah, they
Wow.
do. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay. I got to let that one sink in because this is, okay. No, this is my first time hearing that.
Yeah. Oh no, they be eating goats out there. They do. And they I guess cook it different ways, but I mostly like if I do eat it, it's mostly like in a stew type of meal.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I heard of people eating deer, you
And
know.
I've never had deer.
Okay. But no, I've never heard of people eating the goat. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's probably
Wow. I
like I
mean, I can't
guess the
even
most
it's like I
yeah.
can't even picture it.
It just looks like beef. Like it just looks like it doesn't look. I mean, I don't know. I don't know like how they cook it or whatever. But I mean, as far as like how it tastes and how it looks, it just tastes like regular like beef to me. Like it doesn't. Like it's a great taste, and like if they cook it right, it's very tender. It's very tender, But um, it's good. I like it. Like
You
I
know,
that's one of my favorite things to get.
you know what it is? I think what it is now, since I haven't eaten meat in so long, when people say stuff like they're eating a certain animal, I'll just picture the animal. Like
Yeah.
if somebody say a steak, I actually picture a cow in my head when they say a steak, and it's like so I'm imagine, it's flesh and blood, and it makes me go, ugh,
Hmm.
like that, you know. That's how it pictures in my mind. So it's like, oh no, I can't eat that. It's got a face on it, and I can relate to it. Okay, it's got pain. It feels pain. It has emotions. So it's like,
Hmm.
no, 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 I can't do that. No, that's how I be looking at it. So just hearing a goat, I picture the face of a billy goat, and
Hmm.
it's like, whoa, somebody eat a billy goat, you
Yep.
know?
I'll do it
So,
again. It's good. Like it's tasty. And I mean at least like I know like, when I'm out there, like I know that I mean I don't know how they prep for it, but it doesn't taste like it has all those chemicals in it, you know what I mean? Like it tastes like, more natural than our meat. Like I don't even eat goat out here. Out here, have I ever had goat out here? I don't think so.
oh, okay. I was gonna say they sell goat in the U.S.
Maybe, but I mean, I've never had
Oh,
it here. Like the only times I've
okay.
had it is if I'm on vacation. The times I did go to Jamaica or I've been to Ghana and stuff like that. That's the times I've had it. But yeah, it's a big thing. They be eating goat a lot.
Oh, you know what? I went to this when I first moved out to Victorville. I had went to this restaurant. You know what? Okay. Anyway, I went to this restaurant, and I think it was an Indian restaurant because we was just looking. It was me and the next door neighbor. We were just
Hmm.
trying to find something to, you know, a spot to eat around there. And
Hmm.
we went to this Indian restaurant, and we were asking what kind of food they serve, and they had the music playing that was real loud. And she's telling us, and she sound like she said dog.
Mm.
So I asked her again. I said, "What did you say?" It sounds again like she said dog, but the music is so loud. Are you saying hog, like oink oink, or dog, like roof roof? And she said, "Roof roof." I
Oh,
said, "No, thank you. We won't be eating here."
yeah. Oh
She
man.
was like, "Roof roof."
Oh man. Yeah, I don't think I could do a dog. And probably for the same reason that you wouldn't do any other meats. Cause like those are domesticated animals. So like, we have a dog and it's like, okay, or just it's just I don't know. I've just never been interested in eating a dog. I don't know anyone where that sells dogs, or at least not to my knowledge. I probably done had I don't know what they be putting in their Chinese food and stuff. They might, but I've never eaten yeah, I've never eaten a dog before. I couldn't picture it, especially because like we actually like domesticate those animals. So it's like, oh man, that's not the dog. Like, oh, dog. I
Hey,
know
I
in
was
certain Asian cultures they be eating dogs, but um, I think in Japan I think they eat dog out there, but we didn't go to that restaurant. If we didn't eat, we had sushi, ramen. We did have steak. We had rice, the fried rice with they had like some fried chicken with it too. It was like the fried rice. Oh, dumplings. We had dumplings. Like we had stuff like that.
Did that
Um,
song come to your mind?
what song?
Fried chicken with the wait, what's that? Fried chicken with the fried rice. Eat fried
Oh
rice.
yeah. I didn't even think about that, but
Chicken with the fried rice.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
Yeah. Hey,
made
I
me think
started
about
crying when they ate my friend. Okay, when I was a little kid. Okay, I used to have a friend, and her name was Nesto, a little skinny cow, and she was the only
mm-hmm.
one that would come to the gate and let me feed her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then when Nesto wasn't showing up, I'm like, Grandpa, where's Nesto? Where's my friend? Okay, and then 2 weeks go by. Okay, I'm still asking for Nesto, and nobody won't tell me where she is.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, we're at the dinner table, we're eating dinner, and then I was like, Grandpa, where's Nesto? And then my cousin jumped up and said, Shut up, Nesto is on your dinner plate. And I was
Oh
like,
man.
I started crying. I said,
Mhm.
Why are you eating my friend? And I started crying. It's like, I can't believe they done ate my friend. Okay. Because I'm only 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my friend. All right. That's my best friend. That's the only cow. That's the only person that played with me. Okay. I would come out, I would grab a handful of hay, and then she would come out, moo, and she would come running. And all the other cows would just stay over there. So I would just feed her every day. I would come out and feed her until they ate her. Then my
Crazy work.
grandpa, yeah, then my grandpa was like, uh, "You're gonna have to stop naming these animals." He's getting too attached, and then I guess he told my uncle he can't eat no more cows while when we come to visit. He can't eat no more
Mhm.
cows,
Mhm.
because that's too traumatizing. Hey, just don't kill the cows when he here, because we would only go in
Right.
the summertime. It was like, hey, you can't kill no cows while you're here.
How about he here, right?
Yeah.
Oh
So,
man.
it's cool. Yeah. And he bought me a pony.
Oh,
Yeah. So I used to love that farm. All the food there was good, tastes different because
of
it was
course.
grown with
More
no
fresh.
pesticides.
Yeah,
Grown
they
with
don't
no
use all them
pesticides.
steroids and stuff.
Yeah, so everything tastes different, you
Yeah.
know. So, yeah, so yeah, that was good, man. You did that's a lot of traveling, so you seen a lot then.
I have. I have. So
Now, did you go to any art museums when you get there?
N- no. Wait. No, no art museums. Mm-mm. Only like just overall, I only museum I went to was in. I'm trying to think. It seemed like maybe we did go, but no. Usually my trips are kind of short, or maybe like not too much longer than like a week or like a little week and a half or so. And we just be having
Mm,
so much packed. Um, but not an art museum. I have been to, like, when I do travel, I'll do when I went to Seattle, I did they have like this like glass museum. So
mm-hmm.
I've done that. But other than that, when I travel, I haven't done like a lot of museums. They did have one in Japan I wanted to go to, but we didn't get to go. But no, I didn't visit any art museums.
Okay. Well, they have some art museums in LA. Like, have you ever
Yeah, no,
been
I
to the?
visited those. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
in LA
okay.
I visited, yeah. But not like out the country, no. But yeah, in LA I've done LACMA, and I've done there was another one that was like, sometimes they'll have like temporary like exhibits, like, oh, it'll be here from this date to this date. So I've done those. Like out here I've done quite a few museums,
Oh, okay. Did you
but
ever
not
get to do
like
the
out the country.
that Egyptian art museum that they had in LA? I think it was a couple
Not
of years ago.
Egyptian. Wait, I know what you're talking about though. Did I do that? I've done there was another like black art museum, like it was they had it was it a few years ago? Yeah, they had it a few years ago, and it was like they had it during like the summer. It was like some like it was in downtown LA. Can't think of the name of the museum, but it was like kind of right. It was like near where like the Grammys Museum is. I think it's like over in that area. But they had yeah, like a lot of like black art there. So I've done that, and then I've done LACMA. But I think I vaguely remember there being like an Egyptian museum. I don't think I went though, but I know I heard about it. So yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you went to the La Brea tar pits and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured you'd probably do that. Mm, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as far as LA stuff, I pretty much done. I would still wouldn't even say I've done it all, but done most of stuff.
Or most stuff you can. Because, yeah, LA, you can do a lot of stuff. Do you ever go
You
hiking
can.
up that hill? What's that hill, man? I used to go hiking up. It starts
Runyon
like on,
Canyon?
I think that's it. And it go all the way up to Mulholland Drive. It's like
Probably, yeah.
you start like on Sunset Boulevard. You be
It's
way down
probably
there,
Runyon
or
Canyon.
and
When I
then
go
it's
hiking,
be
I
like they be
mostly
seeing a
do
bunch of movie stars be going up there.
probably Runyon Canyon then.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's crazy. When I go hiking, I usually do either Palos Verdes area where, like, more of like the beaches are, or I'll do like Malibu.
Okay.
I don't really do hiking in LA too much. Sometimes, but like I've done it wasn't Runyon Canyon, but it was somewhere like near there where like it was kind of like near the Hollywood sign. So I've done that a couple times, but mostly when I go hiking, I go to this place called Abalone Cove that's in Palos Verdes.
Oh,
Beautiful place. Like one of my favorite places to kind of just get away for a little bit. Um, Go and just like I'll bring my journal there too, and I'll just kind of like write in there. I'll just like, hike. Uh,
mm,
it's along the beach, so it's like, um, you go down this hill, and then you're like on the rock beach. Basically, they have like a lot of caves, little tide pools. You might see a seal, or
mm,
might see some starfish, or it's really beautiful. I love it. And I like how the water like comes through the caves. It's gorgeous. So
okay.
that's usually the place I'll go to. That hike is not really a hard hike, but it's more just for the views. But it's just really peaceful still. You can overlook the whole ocean and then go down to the ocean. That one's
Uh,
cool. And yeah, there's a couple places in Malibu that's like really beautiful too, and have a bunch of different trails. That's not
Okay.
as crowded as somewhere like Runyon Canyon. There is a place called Eaton Canyon that's like in Pasadena, and it has this huge waterfall. That's like the main attraction is this huge waterfall. But
Okay.
that one's cool too. But um yeah, I don't even know if I might have been in Runyon Canyon like a while ago, but that's not where I usually go for hiking because I like to kind of go further out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's place in Palos Verdes sound nice.
Yeah, that one's beautiful. That's my
Okay.
favorite place. And I put so many people onto that place, like just like, hey, come be hiking, and they go, they're like, oh wait, what's that place again? Like I'm gonna go back. Like it's nice because it's right
Okay.
next to. I don't know if you know where Terranea Resort is, but it's like right over there.
Have no idea where it is.
Yeah, it's this really like famous like a resort. We probably spend like I don't know 600, 700 a night, and
Wow.
it's humongous, and it has like all these beautiful like spas you could do. Um, you might even be able to do like an archery lesson, tennis. Like they have like it's like a palace basically, but the hiking place that I go to is like a little bit down the street from that.
Okay.
All in
Okay.
Palos Verdes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure that can get kind of expensive though. Or do you just do like bundle packs or something? Like
Oh, for the hotel
travel,
for the resort.
you like yeah, like when you go to travel, like
Oh,
because that can be kind of expensive. But if you buy like a travel pack or something, I would think it's
yeah. It really just
not as
depends on like the
expensive.
time of year you go, like time of the year, and it depends on where you're going. Because, like, for example, um, well, for this trip, this was my first time doing it through a travel agent. Normally, I plan everything by myself, but this time I did it
Mm.
through a travel agent, and so she already had the flight and room booked. So it was cheaper that way because I paid like $1,500, and that included the flight and the hotel for 6 days.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's yeah.
yeah,
Okay. That's like
and even like
okay.
we were in a situation where because at first when I booked the trip it was just me, like my friends hadn't really agreed to it yet, but I knew they were gonna go, but like I was like, well, I'm just gonna book it now. Y'all can book it whenever y'all book it, like I'm going regardless.
Mm.
But then they agreed to go. Well, one of my friends agreed to go, and so we were gonna share a room, but I thought it was gonna be two beds. But we get there, it's only one bed. The room is tiny because that's how they live out there. All the rooms are tiny. So we get there, we like, we gonna have to figure something out. Like, we grown, love you, but like we got our own space. Like we can't do this. So because then it's like our luggage is big, and then these rooms are just tiny. It's only one bathroom, bed is small. Like it's meant for one person. Because I don't know. I thought that the lady booked us for like a double bed, but like I guess she just added her to my room, but without like upgrading the room. So we were like, oh no, like we can't do this. So we go downstairs to see like if they could add a room or something or switch us to another room. So
Yeah, I can hear you now.
okay, so yeah, we went downstairs to see if they had like a room with like, two beds, like a double room, but all their double rooms were booked. But then they
Mm.
said that because we got there like at night, so they said like all the rooms were booked for the night, but that the next day, my friend, she could check into her own room the next day, that they had a more single rooms available. So we said, okay, that works. You know how much? So we thinking like we didn't know how much it was gonna cost. It was only an extra $300 for the whole stay
Oh
to,
wow.
for her to get
Okay.
her own room.
Oh, okay.
So we
Okay.
just split that because we had already split our room. So we just split that price for her to get her own room. And it was like that the whole stay. Not like 300 a night, but like 300 for the whole time.
But oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So we
All
had to
right.
share the first night because they didn't have anything available. But the next night we were able to get she was able to check into her own room. But I
Oh,
said that to
okay.
say that, you think, oh, it's gonna be expensive, and it really wasn't even that bad. Like people pay more for Vegas, you know what I mean? So um
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll say like travel agents are pretty good about finding deals, but then again, it just depends. Again, it depends on the time of year. And I know like if you're trying to travel to like the Caribbean, for example, or even a place like Japan, September, like August, September, that's kind of the seasons where like a lot of natural disasters happen. But my birthday's in September, so that's
Mm-hmm.
just, and we always go somewhere for our birthdays. My birthday's the 8th. My best friend's birthday's on the 4th, September 4th. So we always go somewhere, and we like going to the Caribbean or wherever, like somewhere tropical with a nice beach. But it's always around that time where there might be a natural disaster, but it's always
Mm.
cheaper around that time because people know, okay, well, I don't want to go during August, September. That's when all them hurricanes or, um, you know, I don't know, earthquakes and stuff be happening. But that's the time that the flight prices are a lot cheaper. So
Oh,
it depends
wow.
on the time of the
Okay.
year that you go. So even with
Okay.
Japan, it's typhoon season right now.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
And so
Wow.
that's probably why it was so cheap because people usually try to go during like March, like when the cherry blossoms are there, when they're like sprouting. That's when people like to go. So it's more crowded like in March, April, like during spring. Because summer, it's
Oh,
hot. Japan is an island basically, or Tokyo's an island. So like it's um it gets really hot like in the summer. Very muggy. Like even when we were out there, it was
okay.
very muggy. Like even on the days it didn't rain, people still had umbrellas because like the sun was just like bearing on us. It was hot. It was very hot.
Well,
Right. So
wow.
yeah, very hot. So I think since people try to like avoid that time, they mark it down cheaper because they know not as many tourists is going to be there around that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
So,
with the prices and stuff, it just depends. It can get expensive, but again, it depends. And then even like a lot of places, like for example, Bali, the most expensive thing you have to pay for is the flight. When I got the
okay.
flight for Bali, that was like how much was Bali flight? Like $1,200, $1,100. But
Oh, okay.
Bali
And
is
that's for a
cheap.
round trip.
Yeah, round trip.
Okay.
That's a round trip, and we did 8 days there. But
Okay.
when you
That's
go
not
there,
bad.
it's not bad. And then you go there, everything you can get a meal for like $5. So it's like you're not really spending a lot of money there.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
it's so cheap. Like even at our resort, we try to get all inclusive resorts. That resort wasn't all inclusive, but it didn't even matter because we can get a cocktail for like $2. Like it's so cheap.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
so cheap. Like food there was cheap. Like you can eat great for like if you $10 will get you like a meal, like a good, I mean,
Like
it's
a
cheap.
5 course meal or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
seriously. So it's like, you know, it has its pros and cons. Like, yeah, the flights are kind of pricey, but when you get there, you good because you're not spending a lot of money out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm thinking 1,100 for a flight for on a vacation. That's not a lot. That's not
Yeah,
so bad.
and it's going far, going
Yeah.
far. I mean, obviously the further you go, the more expensive the flight would be. Cause like the Caribbean, like Jamaica, Bahamas, Costa Rica, like well, Costa Rica was only like $300. But Jamaica, or both times we went, the flight was like maybe around five something, like $500.
Okay.
Bahamas, I want to say was like $400. And even still, when we did Bahamas and Jamaica, we did it like around our birthday and stuff. So it's like the flights are always cheaper around that time just because of like the weather and the possibility of a natural disaster. And I think people try to avoid those months. So flights are
Mm,
usually cheaper around that time, or if it's like, rainy season or whatever the case.
okay.
It's always going to be a little cheaper and then hotels, that could vary based on, where you're staying. If you're doing a Airbnb, then that could be, it depends because Airbnbs are sometimes cheaper, but then I feel like with Airbnbs, it's like lately it's been like a lot of fees. Like Airbnb used to be the cheaper route, but I feel like now it's more expensive because they be adding on all these unnecessary fees. Like all these
Mm,
fees. With
mm,
hotels, at least in a hotel, if you get like an all inclusive type of hotel, at least you're getting things included with that. You're getting, if you're like, especially if you're in Jamaica or in like somewhere like an island, like you're getting food included, drink included, and then you're that all of that it's already included in the price. But with
okay.
Airbnb, you have the Airbnb, but it's like you still got to buy your own food or cook your own food. Like you still got to figure that part out. So it's like
Okay.
in some cases you might as well get a hotel and at least you get food and drink included. But
Okay.
then some places Airbnb is better. It just kind of depends on where you're going. I feel like some countries I would rather get an Airbnb, and then some countries I'd rather get a hotel. It really just depends on where.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
Jamaica, I'd rather get a hotel because and I love the hotel we stayed at. Like it 5-star resort, like it was beautiful, right? So
Okay.
for there I'd rather do that. But then for a place like Bali, I'd rather do an Airbnb. Even though we did a resort,
Mm-hmm.
next time I would probably do Airbnb route and get somewhere that's a little bit closer to the beach.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, be out in the nature. Be out
Hmm.
more in nature more.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
that's cool.
we were in nature more that time because we weren't near the beach. We were like 2 hours from the beach, but we were like literally in the jungle.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were in the
Yeah.
jungle. Like we
Wow.
had
That had to be
frogs and stuff in
beautiful,
our
man.
room. Yeah, we had frogs in our rooms. Like it was we were in the jungle for real. Like I said, we had outdoor
Okay.
showers and bathtub outside. Like we were legit like in the jungle.
Okay. That's
And
cool. That
yeah,
had to be a nice experience.
that was beautiful, yeah. And I felt like I really got to unplug and like relax. And it was certain days where we didn't even leave the resort. We just kind of just stayed back, chilled, got in the pool a little bit, laid out, soaked up the sun, and just kind of was quiet, you know. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Nice.
yeah,
That is nice. Nice world traveler.
yes, yeah,
Okay. But that is so beautiful. That is
yeah,
so beautiful. Getting a chance to travel and enjoy life. You know what I mean? Don't let this all the other stuff in the world stress you out, and you know, you get a
right,
chance to, you know, actually live and enjoy, you know, the life that you're living. And that's what it's all about.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I always say you only got one life to live or one life on earth to live. So just make the best
Yeah.
of it. And
Yeah.
whatever doesn't align with you, then hey, you gotta leave that to the side, you know? And you gotta be a little selfish and not even in a mean way, not being mean to people, but just putting yourself first. It's okay, you know? It's okay to put
Mm.
yourself first, you know?
Yeah.
So you have in order to enjoy life, you have to be a little selfish. You really do.
You have to do. Look, ain't nobody gonna love you more than you.
Exactly.
If you
Hmm.
think
Hmm. Hmm.
you dreaming, if you think somebody gonna love you more than you, so you have to show yourself that love.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. That is so nice.
Yeah.
So you're planning your next adventure.
Yeah. As far as big trips, um, I know we've been saying we want to do Barbados because my friend she loves Rihanna. Like she's like obsessed with her and she wants to go and like visit her house and stuff. I think there's like some kind of tour you could visit Rihanna's house, and she's been wanting to do that for years, but then we always go somewhere else. So next year birthday trip, we might do Barbados, but then we want to maybe squeeze Japan in again too. So still trying to figure that out. As far as like smaller trips, well, I'm going to Vegas next weekend to see Chris Brown, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
doing that. I celebrate my birthday all month, so yeah, I'm
Okay, cool. That's
going to
nice.
Vegas next weekend and then going to Vegas again for a baby shower. That's in October. And then for my solo trip, I do one solo trip every year. So usually solo
Okay.
trips I do in the States. So I'll probably maybe Portland or something like that. I haven't done Portland yet. Maybe I'll do Portland or maybe just like drive somewhere. So
Mm,
still trying to plan that out. Uh because I usually like in November I do my solo trip because we get an extra day off for Veterans Day. We usually get that extra day off. So I just usually do like a little weekend getaway by myself, but haven't planned that yet. But maybe might do Portland this time. I was supposed to do Portland before, but then I saw it was cheaper to fly to Vancouver, so I was like, I'm gonna just do that. And
mm.
then I was trying to do it again. Then I saw it was cheaper to fly to Seattle, so I was like, okay, I'll do Seattle. So this time I'm actually trying to do Portland.
Wow. Okay. Hey, you should come out to Minnesota and come.
Yeah.
Come. It's a lot of bike. It's a lot of bike trails out here,
Oh, okay.
and so yeah, you can come pay me a visit, and
Yeah.
I can show you around these bike trails, and they got a lot of hiking places, and
Yeah, I'm
you
sure they
know,
do. Because
and
other than that, like, what else is there to do out there?
they have everything out here, just like every
Yeah.
place else, I guess. Lakes. They got more lakes than anybody, and they got more biking trails than anybody in the states. In the
Oh,
United
okay.
States, they got the best biking trails. You know,
Okay.
it's not like in LA where you don't have a designated a real lane to ride in. Out
Right.
here, you actually have a real lane for the bikes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
going around the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And well, we got the I don't know. I've only been there what twice to the Mall of America. It's supposed to be
Mm.
the biggest shopping mall in the United States.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize I was out there. Okay.
Yeah, so we got that out here. But yeah, like I said, I only been there twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mall. I don't can care less about.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't seem like your type of thing.
Yeah, I care less about that stuff. But hey, and then the bike trail I do going by the Mississippi River, which is really the Nile River. Actually, I mean, you want to be getting deep into it. It's the Nile River, but I love going by there every day, every chance I get. You know, when the weather's good, I'm going by
Mm-hmm.
there every day, and I got my
Mm-hmm.
favorite spot. You know, where I got this one rock and this tree, and I like to sit on that rock and up under that tree and meditate. It's like really, I like doing that, and I do
Mm-hmm.
that as much as I can. And I'm like, in that spot is like right across from the river. So
Mm.
I'm sitting on a
That sounds
rock
nice.
up under the tree, and then I can see the river going
Mm-hmm.
through the trees. It's like look real pretty and stuff.
That's
So
nice.
I like to do that. So yeah, I just like to do more stuff like that, riding bikes, more outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, more. And then they got the canoeing where you can get on the
Oh,
lake and you can
yeah.
go. Oh man, that's nice doing that
Ooh,
stuff.
okay. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, have a little fun, outdoor kind of stuff, fun. And then
Cool.
I live real close to a bowling alley. Do some bowling and all that kind of stuff.
That's cool. I like bowling. I'm not good at it, but
Yeah,
I like to do it.
yeah, yeah. So it's a little stuff to do. You know,
Okay.
so yeah, and then plus at least I get a chance to see you too, because man, it's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
A very long time. Yeah, yeah. You know how black folks do it. Only get they had a family reunions at the funeral.
Yeah.
Black folks family reunion when you go to the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have no real family reunion.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I haven't seen Brian since wow. Before that,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's I was supposed to hook up with him. He said he was doing something in Atlanta.
Yeah,
So
uh-huh.
he haven't called me back yet about that.
Okay.
Some kind of
Yeah.
business
Yeah, the
thing.
Invest Fest.
Yeah, InvestFest. Yeah. So I
Mhm.
told him I would let me know when that day is. I'll meet him out there at that thing.
Mhm.
So, but so I don't know if he's going or what. He haven't said anything.
Yeah, they already had it for this year, but I think he's going back
Oh,
next year. Yeah.
oh, so he already went this year.
Yeah. He went with his yeah. But I think he's going again next year. Yeah.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
that's funny. Yeah, so I told her I was going to meet him out there. So anyway, he didn't never. I guess he never called me back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I told him to call me so I can. I told him to call me so I can to let me know what day it is so I can book the hotel and all
Mm.
that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But it don't matter anyway. Okay, it don't matter anyway because I didn't even get my passport in time anyway.
Mm.
They didn't even send me the passport anyway.
Yeah, and you need the either passport or real ID to travel within the states. So you have to have
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So I wasn't gonna be able to go anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, no, he went already, but I know he was talking about next year cuz because I be wanting to go too, but that's so close to my birthday trip, so I usually am not able to go. But I would like to go. I haven't been to Invest Fest. I haven't been to Atlanta in a while, but I want to go for Invest Fest because it seems like everybody's just out there. So,
Mm,
and
mm,
if you're like business minded, then you can learn a lot about how to grow your business and just inspiring stories. People that started from the bottom and now they up, So um
mm,
seems like a cool event, but they have it every year, and I feel like it's gonna, once things hit TikTok, then it blows up. That's it. So I feel like it's gonna be more and more people that come, like in the years to come. So, but it happens every year, like in August, around your
okay.
birthday, actually.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So let's see if I have something by then, because I
Yeah,
think that's what I have to do. I have to get a just the real
the
ID.
real ID. Yeah,
It's
which I
that's
don't have a real ID, but I just use my passport to go everywhere because I don't know. It's just like another way for them to make money to me because I'm like, if I have my passport, then
right. Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. You only have to have your passport.
But I think I'm gonna still get the real ID because like I don't want to take my passport just to go to Vegas. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like okay, like I don't, But
Hmm.
I probably will end up getting my real ID just so I don't have to carry my passport everywhere I go.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, do you have one of those wallets that you put all your stuff in, like so people can't scan your information? Do you have one of those things?
Like
Like you put your credit cards and stuff
oh,
in it.
like on your phone
No, like
or
on
like
your what you put your cards in,
yeah.
like your wallet. Because
I
you
don't
know
have
they
one.
got that new thing I saw.
I think I know what you're talking about though. It's like a really skinny one, I think.
Yeah, it's just like it looked like a little wallet or something, but they have the security thing to protect your credit card information and all that kind of stuff. Because people could take a little scanner, like say you're holding your purse or something in your hand, they could take that scanner and they just put the scanner against your purse, and it'll take all the information from your credit cards and stuff,
Oh
and you won't
wow.
even yeah you won't even know they did it.
Oh.
Because somebody will try to distract you. Like somebody say, "Hey, do you know where this is?" So while you talking to this person, then the other person will just take their little phone and go like this, real quick,
Oh
put it right
wow.
there, and it'll
Uh,
scan all the information, and they have all your
mm.
information.
Well, that don't sound like nothing I want then. I'm cool with just my little purse and leave it at that. Like I have like a little like wallet like purse. I just carry that. Mm.
Mhm.
And then I mean with Apple Wallet, it's like you don't really you just tap your phone for everything
Mm.
if you need to pay for something. So
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right, that's good. Oh, okay, yeah. So then they won't be able to do that anyway if you're using your
Yeah.
phone. Oh,
Everything's on my
okay.
phone. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's good then.
And even if somebody were to take my phone, they'd have to have I have like the Face ID on there, so they wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
get into any of my stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. That's good. So, okay, that's wonderful. So you should send me some of those pictures that you took when you went
Yeah,
out
I
there.
will. I will. I will.
Yeah.
I'll send you I'll send you pictures from my favorite trips cuz I know the Bali resort was truly my favorite resort was the Bali resort. That was
Okay.
breathtaking. So I'll send you pictures of all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So, is it anything else you want to talk about? Your
Um
adventures?
gosh, I mean it's so much to talk about. And we talk about a lot today, but is there anything else that you want to know?
Mm, let me see. Which one do you think had the prettiest view? The prettiest scenic view?
Hmm. You mean just like from my room or just like in general, like just overall, like which one's the prettiest?
Yeah, just in general.
Um, that's tough too. I would probably say between Bali for views. I think Bali. I'd say
Mm,
Bali. Or Jamaica too. Costa Rica was beautiful too. I'd say Bali for like overall beauty though. I'd say that.
okay. Oh, because you got to get out in the jungle.
Yeah, we were in the
Okay.
jungle. Then we still got to
So,
visit the beach too. We
okay.
made like a day trip out of the beach. So I
Okay. So,
say I say Bali as far as like just scenic views. Beautiful.
okay.
Green everywhere. Um
Okay.
Jamaica too though, or cause like I like the Caribbean too. Like Jamaica was beautiful, Bahamas, Dominican Republic was beautiful too. All those places are nice, but I think Bali was just more unique. Like they're like it's like with Caribbean. Once you went to one place, you kind of been to all of them. Like they kind of start to look the same after a while. But Bali, there's no place quite like that. Like
Mm.
it's gorgeous. I'd say that for beauty.
Oh, okay. So the atmosphere just feels different.
Yeah.
Feels like, oh, okay. Like you can
Yeah.
feel the beauty.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
see the beauty and you can feel it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Well, gee whiz, I don't have any more questions. It was
Yeah.
that was nice. So hey, I appreciate you, appreciate love that you came onto the show and
Yeah. Thanks for the invite. I
share
feel
some
very
time.
special. Got to invite me
Uh,
on.
you are special. Okay. And of course I'll invite you on again.
Yes.
So yeah, so anyway, uh uh I'd like to say um um Tawutat, which is thank you, and a shook, divine love. So until next time, peace and wadu.
All right. Peace.
So Yeah, okay, so that's good. And